Good morning, everyone. My name is Natalie Andrews and I'm a member of the Reserve Bank Board. I'll be conducting a group interview today for the new intern position. Now, I'm sure you are all aware of the work we do here at the RBA. In fact, this coming Tuesday, the board will reconvene to determine whether we raise, lower or maintain the current cash rate. As part of this interview, I would like each of you to explain a factor that affects monetary policy, taking into account any recent domestic and/or global events. Following this, I would like a recommendation as to whether or not the official cash rate should be changed. Who would like to go first?
My name is Hannah Curry and I will explain the effect of inflation on the cash rate. Currently, the inflation rate is 1.9%, which is slightly below the 2 to 3% target inflation rate. A main determinant in the inflation rate is the Consumer Price Index, which measures changes in the price level of consumer goods and services. The most recent release of the CPI discovered a 0.2% increase in the last quarter, compared to a 0.5% increase in the previous March quarter, showing an upwards trend. Subsequently, the inflation rate has been gradually increasing since the reduction in the cash rate in 2016 to 1.5%. This would suggest that leaving the inflation rate to run its course would be an appropriate solution to the undesirable rate without overstimulating the economy. As such, I would suggest the cash rate be left at 1.5%.
Thank you, Hannah. Omer, would you like to go next?
My name is Omer Samouni, and I would like to discuss the impact of the current state of the housing market in the determination of the cash rate. I guess you could say that the RBA is trapped with regards to altering the cash rate. The housing market is currently in a dangerous predicament. Housing prices are through the roof, whilst the household debt-to-income ratio is the highest it has ever been. If the RBA decreases the official cash rate, the availability of cheaper debt will increase the demand for mortgages in the housing market. The increase in demand, coupled with a shortage of property, will drive prices even higher than the current level. A further increase in prices would mean that families, and in particular first home buyers, will struggle to purchase property. The ramifications would be contradictory to the monetary policy objective of ensuring the welfare of the Australian people. Thus, the cash rate should not be decreased. On another note, recent wholesale cost increases for Australian lenders as a result of the US Federal Reserve increasing its cash rate has meant that increased mortgage rates have been passed on to customers. Consequently, more than 25% of Australian households are experiencing mortgage stress. An increase in the official cash rate would exacerbate household stress even further. Increases in mortgage repayments will decrease Australian households' disposable income, which will depress consumption and reduce inflation further below the 2 to 3% target. This would be unfavorable. It is also important to note that more than 60% of banks' loan assets are held directly to housing. A sudden hike in mortgage repayments may result in households defaulting on their loans. A large-scale default by households could see the housing market crash, as well as the entire banking sector. Therefore, the cash rate should not be increased. To conclude, the official cash rate should remain unchanged.
Thank you. I guess that leaves you, Sarah.
My name is Sarah Jellick, and I would like to emphasise the influence of recent changes in gross domestic product, otherwise known as GDP, on the up-and-coming cash rate decision. Since the mining boom decline in 2013, the Australian economy has been experiencing a downturn in terms of GDP growth, negatively impacting unemployment and production. Under normal circumstances, this would lead to the RBA stepping in and reducing the official cash rate. This would reduce the cost of financing in the economy and thus encourage consumption and expenditure, increasing GDP and in turn increasing inflation and reducing unemployment. However, there is no need for the RBA to do so, as other non-mining sectors such as building and construction and services have begun picking up, contributing directly to the nation's GDP. Thus, due to the self-correcting nature of the economy, there is no need for the RBA to change the official cash rate. It should remain unchanged at 1.5%.
That was very impressive, everybody. You've all made some great points about the factors that influence monetary policy, and it will be interesting to see if the cash rate does indeed remain at 1.5% this Tuesday. I'll be in touch with each of you within the next couple of days about the intern positions. Good luck.